Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. This is not just another speech. This is your wake-up call. Every single day you have two choices. You can rise and chase your purpose, or you can lay down and let life pass you by. You decide. But I'm telling you right now, if you want more out of life, if you want success, happiness, fulfillment, it starts with you, and it starts today. You've got to get your mind right. You've got to own your mornings. You think champions roll out of bed hoping for a good day? No, they create it. They command it. When you wake up, you tell yourself, this is my day. I will dominate. I will grow. I will push beyond my limits. You've got to put that fire in your belly. No one is going to hand you your dreams. You've got to take them. Listen, I know life throws punches. I know there are days you don't feel like moving. Days you feel tired, broken, defeated. But that's exactly when you push harder, because champions aren't made when everything is easy. They're forged in the fire, built when the world says quit and you scream back, no. That's where growth lives, beyond comfort, beyond excuses. You have something inside you that's greater than your circumstances. You hear me? That voice in your head that says you can't, it's lying. The pain you feel, it's temporary. The regret of not trying, that lasts forever. So which one do you want to live with? Every day you have an opportunity. Right now in this moment, you can decide to be better, stronger, wiser. Not tomorrow, now. Not when you feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Success doesn't wait for your feelings. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for a sign. This is your sign. You want to change your life? Start by changing your standards. Don't do what's easy. Do what's necessary. That means discipline. That means doing the work when no one's watching. Success loves silence and consistency. Not just today. Not just when you're motivated. Every single day. You fall, get up. You fail, learn. You feel like quitting? Remember why you started. Visualize the life you want. Feel it, taste it, and then go to war for it. Life isn't going to give it to you. You earn it. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am capable. I am strong. I am relentless. Speak it, believe it, live it, because you're not here to be average. You're here to be great. You've got one life, one shot. Make it count. When you wake up in the morning, you are presented with an opportunity, a blank canvas that you can paint with purpose, intention, and action. How you start your morning sets the tone for your entire day. You can't just roll out of bed, check your phone, and expect to dominate your life. Success doesn't come from randomness. It comes from deliberate choices and disciplined actions. Owning your mornings means taking full responsibility for how you begin each day. It means deciding before the world gets to you that you're in charge of how you think, how you feel, and what you will accomplish. It's not about luck, talent, or even resources. It's about mindset. It's about waking up with a plan, waking up with purpose, and following through with it. Most people wake up reactive. They hit snooze, scroll through social media, check their emails, and let the world dictate how they feel before they've even taken a breath for themselves. When you start your day reacting, you're already behind. You're allowing external forces to shape your mood and control your focus. But if you want to take control of your life, you must own your mornings. You need to get up with a purpose and take command of your energy. How do you do that? You start by setting a morning routine that primes you for success. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be intentional. Wake up early before the world demands your attention. Give yourself space to think, to breathe, to prepare. Use that time to focus on what you want to accomplish. Speak positive words over yourself. Visualize your goals, your dreams, your mission. When you visualize success, you program your mind to seek solutions and stay focused throughout the day. The first hour of your morning is sacred. It's your chance to align your thoughts with your goals. When you get up and immediately do something that challenges you, whether it's working out, meditating, or reviewing your goals, you send a powerful message to yourself. I am in control. I am the driver, not the passenger. It's about building momentum. Momentum is what separates winners from wishers. When you start your morning strong, you carry that energy into everything else you do. Think about how you feel after a lazy morning. You're sluggish, distracted, and unmotivated. Compare that to a morning where you wake up, push yourself through a workout, read something that inspires you, and plan your day. You feel alive, focused, ready to attack whatever comes your way. Owning your mornings isn't just about discipline, it's about respect. Respect for your goals, respect for your future, respect for the potential inside you. When you give your mornings away to distractions, you're telling yourself that your dreams can wait, but they can't. Time is your most valuable resource, and once it's gone, it's gone. Imagine if every morning you treated the first hour like it was the foundation of a skyscraper. Would you rush it? Would you skip steps? No, you'd make sure it was solid because you know everything else depends on it. That's how you should treat your mornings. Build them strong, make them intentional, create rituals that fuel you rather than drain you. There's power in consistency. Anyone can have a good morning once in a while, but the people who win are the ones who make it a habit. Success isn't built on what you do occasionally, it's built on what you do consistently. When you consistently own your mornings, you rewire your brain for productivity, positivity, and focus. Over time, it becomes who you are. It becomes automatic. Instead of dragging yourself out of bed, you jump up with energy because you've trained your mind and body to expect it. It becomes part of your identity. You're no longer someone who tries to be productive. You are productive. You're no longer someone who hopes for a good day. You create one. The reason most people fail to own their mornings is because they underestimate the compound effect of small actions. One morning doesn't seem like it matters. Sleeping in once doesn't seem like a big deal, but those small choices add up, good or bad. When you skip your morning routine, you're not just losing an hour, you're weakening your discipline, your momentum, your edge. But when you push through, even when you don't feel like it, you're sharpening yourself. You're building a mental toughness that will carry you through challenges later in the day. There will be mornings when you don't want to get up, when your bed feels too comfortable, when your excuses seem justified. But those are the mornings that matter most, because every time you override that voice that says sleep in and you choose discipline instead, you strengthen your character. Owning your mornings also means protecting your energy. Be mindful of what you let into your mind first thing in the morning. Don't flood yourself with negativity, news, or social media that drains you. Choose to fill your mind with things that uplift and empower you. Listen to something inspiring, read something that fuels your purpose, or sit in silence and set your intentions. The quality of what you consume in the morning influences your mood, your thoughts, and your actions throughout the day. Choose wisely. You have the power to control your inputs, and when you control your inputs, you control your outputs. Another crucial part of owning your mornings is movement. Get your body moving early, even if it's just a quick stretch, a walk, or a workout. Physical movement activates your energy, sharpens your focus, and releases chemicals that boost your mood. It's hard to feel sluggish when your blood is pumping and your body is awake. Movement is medicine for your mind. It wakes you up not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. When you move, you tell your body and mind, we're ready, let's go. Breath is another powerful tool that most people overlook. Your breath is your life force, and learning to control it can shift your state in seconds. Take deep, purposeful breaths in the morning to oxygenate your body and calm your mind. It grounds you, it centers you. When you breathe deeply, you slow down racing thoughts and create space for clarity. It's a simple habit, but it's transformative. Combine that with gratitude. Take a moment each morning to appreciate what you have. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. It creates a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity, and that affects how you show up in the world. When you own your mornings, you reclaim your power. You stop living life on autopilot. You stop reacting to everything around you and start acting with purpose. You move from chaos to clarity, from distraction to focus. It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Even if you start small, waking up 10 minutes earlier, moving your body, setting a clear intention, you'll begin to feel the shift. And once you taste that momentum, you won't want to go back. You'll crave that feeling of starting your day strong because you'll see how much more effective, confident, and resilient you become. Owning your mornings is the foundation of a powerful life. It's about making a promise to yourself and keeping it. It's about starting your day with victory before the world even has a chance to challenge you. The world will throw distractions, obstacles, and negativity at you. But when you've started your day right, you're equipped to handle it all. You become unshakable, grounded in your purpose and driven by your goals. You don't wait for motivation, you create momentum. You don't hope for success, you set yourself up for it every morning. Growth doesn't happen when you're comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of progress. When you stay in your comfort zone, you settle, you play small, you stick to what's easy and familiar. But nothing extraordinary comes from staying in the familiar. If you want more, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you must be willing to do what most people avoid. You must push beyond comfort, because that's where growth lives. It's in the moments of struggle, in the moments of pain, in the moments when you want to quit but choose to keep going anyway. That's where you transform. Think about anything you've ever achieved that made you proud. Was it easy? Did it come without challenges or discomfort? No. It required effort, sacrifice, and stepping into the unknown. That uneasy feeling you get when you try something new or difficult, that's growth knocking on your door. But most people run from it. They feel discomfort and immediately pull back. They think, this is hard, maybe I'm not meant to do this, or I'll try something easier. But the truth is that resistance you feel is exactly what you need to lean into. Discomfort is a signal that you're stretching beyond your current limits, and stretching is what builds strength, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Look at athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, anyone who's reached a high level of success. None of them got there by choosing comfort. They got there by embracing the grind, the setbacks, the failures. They pushed themselves to train when their bodies screamed to stop, to work when everyone else was relaxing, to keep going after hearing no 100 times. They faced their fears instead of running from them. Fear is another form of discomfort, and it's often the biggest barrier to growth. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But fear loses its power when you confront it. Every time you face something that scares you and push through anyway, you gain confidence. You realize you're stronger than you thought, capable of more than you imagined. Pushing beyond comfort also means being willing to be bad at something before you get good at it. Everyone wants to be great, but no one wants to go through the awkward phase of learning, of making mistakes, of stumbling, but that phase is necessary. You don't get stronger without first struggling to lift the weight. You don't become an expert without first being a beginner. Too many people quit because they're not immediately good at something. They expect instant results, instant gratification, but growth is a process. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and that's the point. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But not everyone is willing to endure the discomfort that leads to greatness. Your comfort zone is like a cage. It feels safe, but it keeps you trapped. You might not notice it at first because comfort is sneaky. It convinces you to take the easy route, to avoid risks, to stay with what's familiar. But over time, that comfort turns into stagnation. You stop growing. You stop challenging yourself. And that leads to frustration because deep down, you know you're capable of more. You feel that pull for something greater, but the cage of comfort holds you back. The only way to break free is to step outside of it, to do things that scare you, to challenge yourself daily. That could mean having a difficult conversation, taking on a new responsibility, waking up earlier, pushing yourself harder in the gym, or trying something you've never done before. When you push beyond comfort, you build resilience. Life will test you. Things won't always go your way. People will doubt you. You'll face setbacks and failures. But when you've trained yourself to embrace discomfort, you're better equipped to handle those challenges. You don't crumble when things get tough. You rise. You've conditioned yourself to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's a powerful place to be because most people give up at the first sign of difficulty, but not you. You keep going. You keep pushing. And with every challenge you overcome, you grow stronger, more confident, more capable. Discomfort also sharpens your focus. When you're too comfortable, you get complacent. You start going through the motions, doing just enough to get by. But when you push yourself beyond what's easy, you become more alert, more engaged. Your mind sharpens because it has to. You can't coast. When you're challenging yourself, you're forced to pay attention, to adapt, to learn quickly. That kind of focus is what drives improvement. You start noticing details you overlooked before. You find solutions to problems you thought were impossible. You discover strengths you didn't know you had. Growth through discomfort isn't just about big dramatic actions. It's about the daily choices you make. It's waking up early when you want to sleep in. It's choosing the healthy meal when you crave junk food. It's putting in extra work when you've already done enough. It's speaking up when you'd rather stay silent. It's showing up when you don't feel like it. These small choices, made consistently, create massive change over time. Every time you push beyond what's comfortable, you raise your standards. You tell yourself, this is who I am now, someone who doesn't settle, someone who keeps going. And that identity shift is powerful because once you see yourself as someone who embraces discomfort, you start to seek out challenges. You welcome the hard work. You understand that struggle isn't something to avoid, it's something to pursue. Think about your goals right now. Think about the life you want to create. What's standing between you and that life? It's the discomfort you're avoiding. It's the hard conversations, the risks you're not taking, the sacrifices you're not willing to make. Growth requires that you face those things head on. It requires that you stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right feeling and just do the work. Action leads to progress and progress leads to growth. You can't think your way into becoming better. You have to act. You have to move, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable. There will be days when you don't feel like it, days when everything in you says, take it easy, you've done enough. That's the voice of comfort trying to pull you back. But you can't listen to that voice. You have to listen to the part of you that wants more, that knows you're capable of greatness. That voice is quieter, but it's there. And every time you push beyond comfort, that voice gets louder. It becomes your guiding force. You start to crave the challenge, the growth, the feeling of accomplishment that comes from doing what others won't. Pushing beyond comfort doesn't mean you won't feel fear or doubt. You will. Those feelings are normal. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's taking action despite it. It's saying, I'm scared, but I'm doing it anyway. Fear and discomfort are temporary, but the growth you gain from pushing through lasts forever. You become someone who can handle adversity, who doesn't back down from challenges, who thrives under pressure. That's the kind of person who achieves big things, who lives life on their terms. Discomfort is the price of admission to a life of growth, success, and fulfillment. You can't have one without the other. So you have to make a decision. Do you want comfort or do you want growth? Do you want easy or do you want excellence? You can't have both. Growth requires sacrifice. It requires effort. It requires that you be willing to feel the burn, the struggle, the uncertainty, but that's where the magic happens. That's where you discover what you're truly made of. And the truth is, you're capable of far more than you think, but you'll never know unless you push yourself, unless you step into the discomfort and embrace it fully. Action creates momentum. Without action, dreams remain fantasies. Ideas stay ideas and potential goes unrealized. You can plan all you want, visualize success, and think positively, but until you take that first step, nothing changes. Action is what turns thoughts into reality. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Waiting for the perfect time, the right mood, or for motivation to strike is a trap. Motivation is fleeting, but action creates the momentum that keeps you moving even when you don't feel like it. The hardest part is starting, but once you do, you tap into a force that drives you forward. That first step, no matter how small, sets things in motion. Momentum builds with every decision you make, every task you complete, and every obstacle you push through. People often get stuck in overthinking, believing they need to figure everything out before they act. They worry about making mistakes, about failing, about what others will think. But thinking without action leads to paralysis. You can't think your way into progress. You have to move. Action gives you clarity. When you take a step, you get feedback. You learn what works and what doesn't. You adjust, you improve. Sitting on the sidelines, planning endlessly, keeps you safe but stagnant. Growth happens when you step into the arena, take risks, and face the unknown. Even if you fail, you're further ahead than you were before. Failure through action is progress. Failure through inaction is regret. Momentum is powerful because it creates a self-reinforcing cycle. When you act, you get results. Even small wins fuel your confidence. That confidence motivates you to keep going, creating more momentum. The key is to start with something manageable. Don't wait for massive breakthroughs or grand gestures. Begin with small, consistent actions. Make that phone call, send that email, go to the gym, write the first sentence. Tiny steps, taken repeatedly, build unstoppable momentum. It's like pushing a heavy ball. It's hard at first, but once it starts rolling, it becomes easier to keep it moving. Inaction, on the other hand, breeds doubt and inertia. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, you're in the same place, wondering why nothing has changed. Momentum thrives on consistency. It's not about doing one big thing once. It's about doing the right things regularly. Success isn't a result of occasional bursts of effort. It's built through daily habits. Show up every day, even when you're tired, even when you don't see immediate results. The compound effect of consistent action is massive. You might not notice the impact right away, but over time, the results become undeniable. Momentum keeps you going when motivation fades. Motivation is great for getting started, but it's unreliable for sustaining long-term effort. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what makes you act regardless of how you feel. It's waking up early to work on your goals, putting in effort when no one's watching, and doing what needs to be done, even when you'd rather not. Procrastination kills momentum. Every time you delay, you lose energy and focus. You start rationalizing, making excuses, convincing yourself you'll do it later, but later often becomes never. The solution is to act before your mind has a chance to talk you out of it. Don't overthink, just move. Momentum thrives on immediacy. When you have an idea, take the first step immediately. Don't wait until tomorrow or next week. Act now. Action doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be taken. Perfectionism is another trap that stalls momentum. People get caught up in wanting everything to be flawless before they start, but perfection is an illusion. Done is better than perfect. You can refine and improve along the way, but you can't improve what doesn't exist. Action gives you something to work with. Momentum not only drives progress, but also transforms your identity. When you consistently take action, you start seeing yourself differently. You stop identifying as someone who tries and become someone who does. You build trust with yourself. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce the belief that you're capable. That belief fuels further action, creating an upward spiral of confidence and achievement. On the flip side, when you break promises to yourself, when you say you'll do something and don't, you erode self-trust. That creates hesitation and doubt, which slow you down. Momentum is about stacking wins, no matter how small. Celebrate progress. Recognize the effort you're putting in. Success isn't just about the end goal. It's about becoming the person who consistently moves toward it. Another critical aspect of momentum is environment. Surround yourself with people who encourage action. Being around individuals who are driven, focused, and relentless will push you to step up your game. Conversely, spending time with those who make excuses, complain, or settle for mediocrity will drag you down. Environment matters. Create spaces that promote action, keep your goals visible, remove distractions, and set up systems that make it easier to act. Momentum is easier to maintain when you eliminate friction. Make the path to action as smooth as possible. Lay out your workout clothes the night before, set timers for tasks, and break big projects into manageable chunks. The less resistance you face, the more likely you are to keep moving. Energy management is also crucial for sustaining momentum. You can't run on empty and expect to perform at your best. Take care of your body. Eat well, exercise, rest. Physical vitality fuels mental clarity and emotional resilience. When you feel strong, you act strong. Momentum isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. Guard your mindset. Feed it with positive inputs. Read books that inspire you. Listen to empowering content and engage in conversations that uplift you. Negativity drains momentum while positivity fuels it. Stay focused on your vision. Remind yourself why you started. Your why is the anchor that keeps you grounded when challenges arise. Obstacles are inevitable, but when your purpose is clear, you'll find the strength to push through. Momentum also accelerates results. What seems impossible at first becomes achievable when you keep moving. The first few steps are the hardest, but as you gain traction, doors open, opportunities appear, and things start falling into place. People notice consistency. Effort compounds. Success isn't usually about talent or luck. It's about persistence. Outwork your excuses. Outlast your setbacks. Keep showing up. Keep pushing. Momentum turns hard work into exponential growth. What starts as a struggle becomes second nature. Habits form, skills develop, and what was once challenging becomes easy. That's the power of sustained action. Fear often tries to block momentum. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment. They all creep in to slow you down. But fear loses its grip when you act. Action silences fear because it shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what needs to be done. Fear thrives in inaction. The longer you wait, the bigger it grows. But when you move, you take back control. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about acting despite fear. Every step you take through fear builds resilience. You realize most fears are illusions, mental roadblocks that dissolve once you push through. Momentum requires urgency. Treat your goals like they're urgent because they are. Time is slipping away. Opportunities don't wait. Success favors the bold, the ones who act, who risk, who leap. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you have endless time. You don't. Act like your dreams depend on it, because they do. Procrastination steals time you can never get back. Live with urgency, not panic, but focused, deliberate urgency. Attack your goals with intensity. Momentum loves speed. The faster you act, the faster you learn, adjust, and improve. Don't drag your feet. Move. There will be setbacks. Expect them. Momentum doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It means you keep going despite them. Resilience is built through persistence. When things go wrong, don't stall. Adjust and keep moving. Obstacles are detours, not dead ends. Momentum thrives on adaptability. Stay flexible, stay focused, and keep taking steps forward. Progress isn't always a straight line, but forward is forward. Keep pressing, keep grinding. Action is the spark. Momentum is the fire that keeps burning as long as you feed it with effort. Never underestimate the power of starting now. Not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect. Now! Momentum doesn't wait. It rewards those who act. Even if you're unsure, even if you're scared, start. Clarity comes through action, not waiting. You'll figure things out along the way. The journey reveals itself step by step. Don't wait for the entire path to be clear. Take the next step. Momentum will carry you to the next one. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Move. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every decision you make, every action you take begins with a thought. What you consistently think about becomes what you believe, and what you believe determines how you behave. If your mind is filled with doubt, negativity, and fear, your actions will reflect that. You'll hesitate, you'll play small, and you'll limit yourself. But when your mind is focused on possibility, strength, and determination, you'll move with purpose and confidence. The power of your mind is extraordinary. It's like a garden. Whatever you plant and nurture will grow. If you plant seeds of positivity, resilience, and gratitude, you'll reap a harvest of strength and success. But if you let weeds of negativity, excuses, and self-doubt take root, they'll choke out your potential. The choice is yours every single day to guard your thoughts and focus on what empowers you. Everything starts with what you allow into your mind. The conversations you have, the content you consume, the people you spend time with, they all influence your thoughts. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, and doubt, it's going to affect how you see yourself and the world. But when you intentionally fill your mind with positivity, motivation, and knowledge, you elevate your thinking. You begin to see challenges as opportunities and setbacks as lessons. You develop the mental toughness to keep pushing when things get hard. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. If you believe you can, you'll find a way. If you believe you can't, you'll find excuses. It's that simple. Belief is powerful because it shapes your perception of what's possible. Your inner dialogue matters. The way you talk to yourself has a direct impact on your confidence and motivation. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, or I always mess things up, you're programming yourself to fail. But when you affirm, I've got this, or I'm capable of figuring things out, you fuel your confidence and resilience. Self-talk isn't just some motivational buzzword. It's a tool that either propels you forward or holds you back. Your mind listens to what you repeatedly say, so speak to yourself with the same encouragement and belief you'd offer someone you love. Treat yourself like someone worth fighting for because you are. Change your language and you change your mindset. Change your mindset and you change your life. Focus is another critical aspect of mental power. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you focus on problems, you'll feel overwhelmed and stuck. But if you focus on solutions, you'll find ways to overcome challenges. Life will throw curveballs. It's inevitable. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. That response begins with focus. Train your mind to look for what you can do rather than what you can't. Focus on what's within your control, your attitude, your effort, your actions. The world is full of distractions trying to pull you away from your goals. Social media, negativity, and unnecessary drama can drain your focus if you let them. Protect your attention like it's your most valuable asset because it is. What you focus on shapes your experience and determines your outcomes. Visualization is a powerful mental tool that top performers use to prime their minds for success. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, feeling the emotions, seeing the details, experiencing the victory, you create a mental blueprint that guides your actions. Your brain doesn't always distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones, which means you can train your mind for success before it happens. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders use visualization to prepare for challenges and enhance performance. Picture yourself overcoming obstacles, staying calm under pressure, and achieving what you set out to do. The more you practice this, the more confident and prepared you'll feel when the moment arrives. Visualization isn't just daydreaming, it's purposeful mental conditioning that aligns your thoughts with your desired outcomes. Your beliefs are the foundation of your reality. If you believe you're destined to fail, you'll subconsciously sabotage yourself. If you believe success is possible, you'll take the actions necessary to achieve it. Limiting beliefs are often rooted in past experiences, criticism, or fear, but they don't have to define you. You have the power to challenge and change them. Ask yourself, is this belief helping me or holding me back? If it's holding you back, replace it with one that empowers you. Shifting your beliefs requires awareness and intentional effort, but it's worth it. Your mind is like a thermostat. It sets the temperature of your life. If you've been living at a comfortable level that doesn't serve you, raise the setting. Expect more from yourself. Believe you deserve better. Act like the person you want to become. Gratitude is another mental practice that transforms your perspective. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you shift from a mindset of scarcity to abundance. Gratitude isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing the good that exists even in difficult times. The shift in focus strengthens your resilience because it reminds you of your resources, support, and progress. Start your day by acknowledging what you're grateful for. It could be your health, your opportunities, your relationships, or simply the chance to wake up and keep going. Gratitude grounds you in the present and gives you the mental clarity to tackle challenges with a positive attitude. Mental toughness is built through facing adversity head on. Life isn't always fair and things won't always go your way, but setbacks aren't there to break you, they're there to build you. Your mind is strengthened when you push through discomfort, when you keep moving despite fear, and when you refuse to give up after failure. Challenges reveal what you're made of, and every obstacle you overcome adds to your mental armor. Strengthen your mind by doing hard things on purpose. Take cold showers, push through tough workouts, have difficult conversations. Train yourself to lean into discomfort rather than avoid it. Comfort zones may feel safe, but they suffocate growth. Real freedom comes from knowing you can handle whatever life throws at you because you've trained your mind to endure and overcome. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your thoughts. Surround yourself with people who uplift, challenge, and inspire you. The energy you absorb from those around you can either fuel your growth or drain your potential. If you're constantly around negativity, gossip, and low standards, it's going to pull you down. But when you're in the company of driven, positive, and growth-oriented individuals, you rise to the occasion. Be intentional about your environment. Seek mentors. Join communities that push you to grow and distance yourself from toxic influences. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Mindset isn't something you fix once, it's something you cultivate daily. Just like your body needs consistent exercise to stay strong, your mind needs regular conditioning. Read books that challenge your thinking, listen to content that motivates you, and engage in practices like journaling or meditation to stay centered. Your mind is a tool. Sharpen it. Don't let it become dull through complacency. Commit to lifelong learning and mental growth. The world is constantly changing, and staying mentally adaptable keeps you ahead. Be curious, ask questions, and never stop seeking ways to improve your thinking. Fear will always be present when you aim for something greater. It's natural. But fear doesn't have to control you. When you confront your fears, you take away their power. Most fears are mental constructs, stories you tell yourself about what could go wrong. But those stories often exaggerate reality. Challenge your fears by taking action. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. Every time you face what scares you, you strengthen your mental resilience and expand your comfort zone. What once terrified you becomes manageable, even easy, because you took that step. Your thoughts, beliefs, and focus shape not just your actions, but your entire experience of life. If you constantly think about how things could go wrong, you'll approach opportunities with hesitation. But if you focus on how things could go right, you'll approach them with excitement and readiness. Your perspective shapes your reality. Problems are inevitable, but whether you see them as burdens or opportunities is a choice. Train your mind to find the silver lining. Look for lessons in setbacks and blessings in disguise. This shift doesn't just improve your mental state, it improves your results because you act differently when you believe there's something to gain instead of something to fear. Energy flows where attention goes. If you constantly dwell on negativity, you invite more of it into your life. But when you focus on solutions, progress, and positivity, you attract more opportunities to grow and succeed. Your mind is a magnet. Make sure it's attracting what you want, not what you fear. Be mindful of what you give your attention to. Stay focused on your goals, your values, and the things that move you forward. Don't get caught up in distractions that drain your energy and pull you away from what matters. Resilience is a mental skill that can be developed through practice. Life will test you, but how you respond is up to you. When you face setbacks, remind yourself of past challenges you've overcome. You've survived tough times before. You're stronger than you think. Build a mental toolbox of strategies that help you bounce back. It could be deep breathing, positive self-talk, reaching out to supportive people, or taking small steps forward when things feel overwhelming. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. Clarity of vision strengthens your mind's focus. Know what you want and why you want it. A clear purpose fuels determination. When challenges arise, and they will, your why keeps you grounded. It reminds you that the struggle is worth it. Write down your goals, revisit them regularly, and visualize yourself achieving them. Let that vision guide your actions and decisions. A mind with a purpose is a powerful force. Focused, resilient, and unstoppable. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It's what separates those who dream from those who accomplish. You can have all the talent in the world, the best ideas, and endless potential, but without discipline, none of it matters. Discipline is showing up when you don't feel like it. It's doing what needs to be done, even when motivation is gone and excuses are loud. Motivation might get you started, but it's discipline that keeps you going. It's the habit of following through on your commitments no matter how you feel in the moment. Discipline is the foundation of consistency, and consistency is the secret to long-term success. Anyone can work hard for a day, a week, or when they're excited, but the ones who succeed are the ones who show up day after day, especially when it's hard. Discipline is the quiet force behind every victory, every goal reached, and every dream realized. The challenge with discipline is that it's not always glamorous. It's waking up early to train while others sleep. It's saying no to temptations that provide short-term pleasure but derail long-term goals. It's staying focused when distractions are everywhere. Discipline demands sacrifice. It requires you to choose between what you want now and what you want most. The pull of comfort is strong, but growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Discipline is the muscle that pushes you beyond what's easy into what's necessary. And like any muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Each time you resist the urge to quit, each time you push through discomfort, you reinforce your discipline. It becomes a habit, a part of who you are, making it easier to stay consistent in the future. People often wait for the right mood to take action, but discipline doesn't care about your mood. Success doesn't ask how you feel, it rewards what you do. There will be days when you're tired, frustrated, or just not in the mood, but those are the days that matter most. Anyone can work when they feel good. True discipline is doing it anyway, regardless of circumstances. It's about making decisions based on commitment, not emotions. Emotions fluctuate, but your commitment should stay firm. Discipline is choosing your future over your feelings. It's acknowledging that you won't always feel like it, but you'll do it anyway because your goals are worth it. Every time you push through resistance, you build mental toughness and resilience. You prove to yourself that you're in control, not your excuses, not your mood, not your circumstances. Building discipline starts with small decisions. People think discipline is about grand, sweeping acts of willpower, but it's the small, daily choices that make the difference. Waking up on time, choosing healthy foods, completing that task you've been avoiding. These small wins add up. When you consistently make disciplined choices, you build momentum. That momentum carries you forward, making it easier to make the next right decision. Discipline compounds. The more you practice it, the less you rely on fleeting motivation. Start with manageable steps. Set an alarm and get up when it rings. Don't hit snooze. Set a time to work on your goals and stick to it no matter what. These acts of discipline build self-trust. Every time you do what you said you'd do, you strengthen that trust in yourself. Over time, you stop negotiating with yourself. You stop entertaining excuses. You just do the work because that's who you are now, someone who follows through. Temptation is everywhere, and discipline is your defense. In a world filled with distractions, social media, instant gratification, easy escapes, it's easy to lose focus. Discipline is choosing what you need over what's convenient. It's turning off distractions, saying no to unnecessary indulgences, and keeping your eyes on your goals. There will always be easier options, shortcuts that promise quick results. But real success doesn't come from cutting corners. It comes from consistent effort and the discipline to do things the right way, even when it's harder. When you're tempted to slack off, remind yourself of your why. Remember what you're working for. Visualize the cost of giving in to temptation, the regret, the lost progress, the missed opportunities. Then visualize the reward of staying disciplined, the pride, the growth, the results. Make your future self proud by staying disciplined today. Accountability strengthens discipline. When you hold yourself accountable, you eliminate excuses. Set standards for yourself and don't compromise them. Keep promises you make to yourself. If you say you're going to work out, show up. If you set a deadline, meet it. Self-accountability is powerful because it's you versus you. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. You have to be your own coach, your own motivator, your own enforcer. Track your progress. Write down your goals and review them regularly. Celebrate the wins, but also be honest about where you've fallen short. Not to beat yourself up, but to learn and improve. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. When you slip up, acknowledge it, adjust, and get back on track. Don't let one bad day turn into a bad week. Regain your discipline and keep moving forward. Your environment plays a crucial role in supporting or sabotaging your discipline. Surround yourself with people who embody discipline, who push you to stay accountable and focus. Environment shapes behavior. If you spend time with people who make excuses, skip commitments, and settle for mediocrity, that mindset will rub off on you. But if you're around people who set high standards, who challenge themselves, and who stay committed, you'll be inspired to rise to that level. Make it easier to be disciplined by creating an environment that supports your goals. Remove temptation. Set up systems that encourage consistency. Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Prepare healthy meals in advance. Schedule time for your priorities and treat those appointments with the same seriousness as meetings with others. Discipline thrives in structured environments. The link between discipline and freedom might seem contradictory, but they're deeply connected. Discipline creates freedom. It gives you control over your time, your choices, and your future. Without discipline, you become a slave to your impulses, your emotions, and external circumstances. With discipline, you decide how your life unfolds. You gain the freedom to pursue opportunities, to be healthy, to succeed. Financial discipline leads to financial freedom. Physical discipline leads to health freedom. Time discipline leads to freedom to do what matters most. Every act of discipline is an investment in your future freedom. It might feel restrictive in the moment to say no to certain things, but that sacrifice today opens doors tomorrow. There will be moments when quitting seems easier than continuing. Discipline is what keeps you going when your motivation disappears. It's what carries you through plateaus when progress feels slow or invisible. Success is often just on the other side of persistence. Many people give up too soon, not realizing they were closer than they thought. Discipline says keep going. When you face setbacks, and you will, discipline helps you get back up. When things don't go as planned, discipline keeps you adaptable and focused. Challenges are inevitable, but how you respond is up to you. Let discipline guide you, not fleeting emotions or temporary discomfort. The greatest breakthroughs come when you push past the urge to quit. Habits are built through discipline. Your daily actions create your future. Good habits make success automatic, but they don't form overnight. They're built through repetition, through disciplined action, taken again and again until it becomes second nature. At first, it's hard. You'll have to force yourself, but keep going. The more you practice a habit, the easier it becomes. Discipline lays the foundation for habits that support your goals. Without it, you'll constantly struggle to stay consistent. With it, you create routines that work for you, even on days when you don't feel like trying. Discipline also influences how you handle setbacks. Life will test your commitment. There will be failures, rejections, and obstacles. Discipline isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about facing it head on. It's standing tall when things get tough and saying, I'll figure it out. It's the refusal to be defeated by temporary setbacks. Discipline keeps you calm under pressure because you've trained yourself to stay the course. Emotional discipline is just as important as physical or mental discipline. It's controlling your reactions, staying focused amid chaos, and not letting frustration or anger derail you. When you master emotional discipline, you make better decisions, stay focused, and recover from setbacks faster. Patience is part of discipline. Results take time. In a world obsessed with quick fixes and instant gratification, discipline teaches you to play the long game. Success isn't built in a day. It's built through consistent effort over weeks, months, and years. The temptation to seek shortcuts is strong, but shortcuts often lead to dead ends. Discipline keeps you on the right path, reminding you that lasting success requires time and effort. Trust the process. Stay committed even when progress is slow. Every day you stay disciplined, you move closer to your goals. The work you put in now compounds. What feels like slow progress today becomes unstoppable momentum tomorrow. Self-respect is rooted in discipline. When you consistently do what you said you'd do, you build confidence and pride in yourself. You prove to yourself that you're reliable, that you can be trusted with your own goals. That self-trust is invaluable. It fuels your belief in yourself, which is critical when you're chasing big goals. On the other hand, when you constantly break promises to yourself, you erode that trust. You start doubting your ability to follow through. Discipline is the antidote to that doubt. It's the daily practice of honoring your commitments, no matter how small. Discipline also influences how you manage your energy. It's about knowing when to push hard and when to rest. Burnout isn't a badge of honor. It's a signal to recharge. Discipline helps you find balance. It's working hard when it's time to work and resting when it's time to recover. Both are essential for sustained success. Ignoring rest is undisciplined because it undermines your long-term performance. Discipline includes self-care, proper sleep, and time for recovery. It's recognizing that taking care of yourself isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for peak performance. Every day presents a new opportunity to practice discipline. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up and doing your best. Some days will be harder than others, but every act of discipline strengthens you. It's the quiet decision to get up when you'd rather stay in bed, to work when you'd rather relax, to push when you feel like quitting. Those moments define you. They separate the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the achievers. Discipline is the difference between wishing and winning. It's not easy, but it's worth it.